Hey, okay, so yes, first of all, the wall is still bare. The second one, I'm still having to pull stitches. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But we will have something back there, I promise. But that's not what this video is about. Actually, what I wanted to talk about is this year, my favorite video game of all time is turning 35. I am so excited. So I gotta talk about it because that's what I do. But for those of you that have followed the channel for some time, know how much I love Legend of Zelda. Actually, I was hoping to be wearing the only Zelda shirt that I have, but I can't find it. It's somewhere in the depths of my of my dresser. I can't find it. It's somewhere in there. I know, I only have one. What's that about? I have like 50 Star Wars shirts and one Zelda shirt, so we're gonna have to fix that. This year, that's my resolution. I'll get a bunch of Zelda shirts. So, Legend of Zelda. Oh my gosh, I was like 4 years old when this that's dating me. Oh my gosh. Yes, I was 4. But I remember the commercials. I remember everything. I remember when this game was connected with Mario. As if Mario wasn't connected with every game Nintendo was released. I mean, we all know about Donkey Kong and we all know about Punch-Out. But when they were releasing merchandise, you had a lot of merchandise with Mario and Link. And so a lot of times when you find vintage merchandise, Link and Mario are there. Oh, I begged for the cereal. I had to have the cereal. My parents bought the cereal. And it had the two bags in the cereal because one was, of course, the Mario and the other one was, and basically it was just Lucky Charms with. That's all it was. But of course, when you're 4 or 5, it's magical. It's magically delicious. But oh gosh, I remember playing this game and dying. Like, this game was a lot harder. You know, I played Mario pretty fast, but I always was Luigi. Oh my gosh. My cousin would always say, "It's an honor to be Luigi," because I was a dumb kid. The smartness didn't kick in until after I graduated. Well, a couple years after I graduated. I've talked about that. But and then I had my other cousin, because it was brother and sister, and the brother was really good at video games. And with Legend of Zelda, man, he was he was a whiz at this game. And so I would watch and I was like, "Oh, I could do that." He's like, "Go for it." I would get the sword from the old man, and then I would come out, and those prickly guys would just annihilate me. I'm like, "I'm dead." And he's like, "Yes, you are." But I loved the game. I loved the game, and what's funny to me is that now people make fun of the cartoon, but the cartoon was basically just a marketing thing for the game, because the game, Nintendo really didn't think it was going to take off. They were really worried that's why there was all this marketing for the game. And not just that, it was for Mario too, because Mario was in Donkey Kong, and so they were kind of testing the waters with. And so when Super Mario Brothers came out, of course, then he was by himself, and technically, and so they were doing all of this stuff. They had the cartoon show, and for as silly as it is, cartoons are supposed to be silly, okay? The marketing is not for adult people in their 40s, okay? It's for children. So children will say, "I want that." and it worked. I don't know why people are such sticklers for that. I don't know why they are just like, well, that's stupid. No, it wasn't, because it worked. We wanted the games. I mean, yeah, he's in the cartoon. He's a cocky little shit who is horny for for Zelda, but as a child, you don't see that. You just want the game. I mean, you really don't see. I mean, yes, you watch it as an adult, and you're like, oh, I don't see that. But you know what? There's a lot of things that you watch as an adult that you didn't see anything like that as a child. I mean, when I watched the Monkeys show as a child, I was just bebopping around. I thought it was silly, funny guys running around being goofy. And then you watch it as a teenager and you're like, oh, I didn't see that. And then you watch it in your 20s and you're like, wow, I really didn't see that. So these guys were stoned off their ass. So again, I don't understand why the fans bash the TV show so much. It was a marketing scheme and it worked. Go after the Mario show. It ran for longer and it really didn't need to. That one's scary. But the one thing, because I've got a lot of the games, but we thought that this, yeah, I'm trying to find the other one. The Adventures of Link. See, this is the thing that bothers me about the fan base is they totally disregard the first two because, of course, they're in a timeline of all of their own. They don't match with what the timeline is now. Of course, the timeline is broken so much. It's like a new game comes out, and the timeline is broken again. So I don't know what. In the end, it's all Legend of Zelda. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But these gold cartridges were just, oh my gosh, they flew off the shelves. It was like just like what I was talking about with the cereal. It was like these are magical. Really, they're just gold leaf, you know. You could take. I'm serious, but don't really do it. But I guess you could. I can't really tell you what to do. But you could take one of the. Actually, it's black underneath, so I guess. But you could take one of the old cartridges and just put gold leaf on it and everything. But yeah, I mean. That was like the thing, we had to have it. And so there's like the regular cartridge and then the regular gray cartridge and then there's the gold cartridge. You had to have the gold cartridge. You looked everywhere. That was like the thing for Christmas you had to have. This is a gold cartridge. And we didn't have Nintendo. I always played it at my cousin's place, the one that it was an honor to be Mario, yeah. And the ones that were treated me so bad. It made fun of me because I died so much. And actually, because I found the Game Boy Advance. I have this, and then not too long ago I found the Adventures. I haven't had a chance to play the second one. And but when I played I finally got really far, but I'm at Ganon's dungeon. Why does he need a dungeon so big? Oh man, it's like one of those Beverly Hills mansions. I mean, it's just huge, and I can't get past those darn shrieking ghosts. Oh my gosh! But I've got further, and I've been playing since 2018. I think I got this in 2018, and I got further. I did. Oh man, oh I haven't played the second one, but the second one was really buggy, and I do remember that there were a lot of people who were pretty disappointed with the second one. I remember my cousin bought it, and he was just. But everyone loved I Am Error Guy. And so, but yeah, Link was my first fictional crush. It was because of that cartoon. you know, everyone wanted to be rescued, and everyone wanted to be rescued by Link. But I think part of one of the things is, everybody, the fan base, it's so funny. The fan base cracks me up because you guys have fallen into the whole idea of he's blonde, which originally he was not. And even with the original game, he was not. and that's why you drop these games. And I mean, you look at the original game, and even with the cartoons and everything. I mean, this is what we had. We had the first game, and then they added on a second game when the first game became such a huge success, and everything with the first game and the cartoon show and everything. So of course you add on a, but yeah, he had dark hair, and then the whole thing of he doesn't talk. Well, yes, he does. I remember doing a video which I think got deleted, and because it really didn't have that many views on it. and but and and so, but he does, he talks in every game. He does communicate with people. He does the hand gestures and everything, and he does all that. And so yeah, he does talk to people in the game, and he's not mute. So I don't know where this popped up. And the other one thing that does bother me about, well, like with Breath of the Wild, people were upset because he wore blue. Well, he's worn blue before. Ocarina of Time, he wears blue and red and green. And I had to go back because in the first one, he does get a different colored tunic, and I think that one is white, actually. I thought it was blue, but I think it's white, actually. So, but he gets different colored tunics all the time. And, but the fan base just drives me nuts because you guys need to tone it down. I'm sure that you guys that do this kind of bullshit are the same people that fell for the 2005 prank saying that that there's going to be a movie. You guys remember that? I fell for it. I still laugh at myself for falling for it. Like GameStop does these pranks every year, or they used to. I don't know if they still do, but in 2005 there was this trailer that was put out that there was going to be a movie for Legend of Zelda, and everybody got all excited and everything, and then it was like, oh, it's not real. And I was totally on board with that. I was like, yes, finally a movie. Maybe, and I remember telling my brother, I was like, maybe it'll be better than the Super Mario Brothers. And he's like, it's a joke, right? It's not really a thing. And I was like, no, it is. And then to find out, I was like, yeah, because it totally is. But I'm sure that all you people that are so anal about these games and everything, and you flip-flop all the time, you're the same people that fell for that stupid prank. And because, like, 5 years ago, it was the trend in the fan base to hate Skyward Sword. To absolutely hate Skyward Sword. Now it's to absolutely love Skyward Sword and to bash Twilight Princess. But that wasn't the thing. You were defending Twilight Princess. Now all of a sudden it's Twilight Princess is trash. And there's also little jabs at Ocarina of Time, which I don't know where that's coming from. It's all Zelda, people. You can have your games that you don't like. I mean, it's just like in any franchise. I mean, like in Star Wars, there are movies that people love and things that people don't like the Holiday Special and the Ewok Adventures and this, that, and the other. There are people who absolutely love those things. But it's all Star Wars in the end. We're all fans of the same thing. But for people to go out of their way to make people feel bad because I don't get that. And Oh my gosh. It's like, why do you do this flip-flopping thing? I don't understand. I can't keep up. Just stop it. And but one thing, well, for me, I don't understand what I didn't even know about the CDI or whatever that's called. What is that? It's just weird. I can't get on board with that. I'm sorry. Don't try to explain it to me. I don't want to know. it's, it's just too weird for me. It just like Tingle terrifies me. He absolutely does. Tingle terrifies the living daylights out of me, and Twilight Princess toned him down a lot. Thank goodness. I remember the last time I played Twilight Princess. Well, I haven't gotten through my 2006 game, but the last time I was playing it, I I remember going through it. I'm like, wait, that's him, but with a different name. Good. Okay, I can handle him that way. And like, but yeah, Tingle. Some of the characters that they have are just outrageous. It's like Tingle. Toon Link, I'm not a big fan of, but I've played those. Those are other games that people are just. I guess those are games that you either like or you don't. But I can understand Nintendo putting them out there because you have a new wave of new generation of people, so you want to cater to the younger fans, and so you make Toon Link. I actually don't mind the Phantom Hourglass. I actually have Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. And there's one that I enjoy, but I actually like Lineback. He's such a sarcastic son of a gun. I love him. He has his thing, and he's going for it, and I love it. And I know that he was introduced in Wind Waker. I think that's the one. But then he comes back in these games, and that's how I was introduced to him. But I love him. I think he's just but yeah, Toon Link is not my thing, but I understand why Nintendo introduced him, and yeah, I get that, but I'm not a fan. But he's not that bad after playing those games. I get it. Yeah. And but there's a lot of the games that I haven't played, and like like Wind Waker, I haven't had a chance to play that one. It's been a long time since I played. I didn't play both of the Oracle games. There was one that I did, and I can't even remember which one I played. But and right now I'm playing Breath of the Wild. I'm trying to get back. That game is so addicting. You guys should have warned me about that. I am enjoying this game so much, and I have to admit, in Twilight Princess, the kids in that, like the Colin and whatever Malin and those, they were they were cute kids and everything, but the one that's like the business kid, he ends up running the business in the Kakariko village or whatever. He he was, you know, tough kid and everything. I like the kids in this one better. Oh, these kids, and they're so cute, and it's like I'm falling for these pixelated, these little balls of pixelation, and it's like I'm like the little fish kids. They're so adorable. They're just so cute, and, and everything. And yeah, the fish kids, the little birdie kids, and everything. There's a lot of stuff in this in Breath of the Wild that I absolutely love. Now, I thought that Twilight Princess was revolutionary and all that. And of course, for its time in 2006, I haven't played Skyward Sword yet. I haven't had a chance to, but um there's a lot of the animation that I have seen with Skyward Sword that I thought was a step back from Twilight Princess. But again, a lot of times it's the, playing the game before, you make any judgments. and all that. So, but this is I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. And so yeah, I mean I have loved Legend of Zelda for 35 years, and I will continue to love just nestled in Hyrule. Yes, Link is my first crush. He and I have this ongoing relationship, on and off relationship. He doesn't listen to me sometimes. It's like I'll be sitting there playing, and all of a sudden he dies. I'm like, you should have listened to me, buddy. I said. My parents are gonna put me away. I just know. Oh no, they've put up with it so long. I think they know that I'm far gone. But I I do. I absolutely love Hyrule. I love everything about these games and everything. I mean, I have, like I said, I have the cartridge, one of them anyway. I have this. Finally got to play most of the first one. I haven't had a chance to play the second one, the one that was super buggy and everything, the one that has I am error guy. I found Skyward Sword. It was luck of the draw, really. So I'll have a chance to play that and someday. And and because again, not the best gamer in the world, and I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now. Never got through Twilight Princess, but Twilight Princess is a little different because of the fact that I did go through college and then of course all the other stuff after college and all that. So I've only sat down a couple of times to actually sit down and play Twilight Princess. So but yeah, I love these games, love Link. I will always love Link. Yeah, he and I have this ongoing relationship. But it's just one of those games that have lasted this long, and yes, the fan base does sometimes get on my nerves, but you know what? It's like that with a lot of other fan bases, so you're not the only one. You can come after me, I don't mind. The Star Wars fan base comes after me too, but you're entitled to your opinions, and I'm entitled to mine, so we'll leave it at that. But I do. I've said it enough times in this video, and just remember, I did fall for the 2005 prank. How many of you did as well? I think we can all admit to that now. And how many of you... I've introduced so many people to that rap. They're like, oh my gosh, you listen to this? Yes! Oh my gosh. And yes, this year I will get more Zelda shirts. I think it's time that I get more because I only have one. And that's kind of surprising even to me. So I think that's going to be my New Year's resolution. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to close this up before I go too far. So yes, Legend of Zelda is 35 years old this year. And it doesn't seem possible. But yes, my favorite video game is 35 years old.